I wanted to talk with you today about the power of Yoga Nidra as a non-doing practice. So most of us believe and have been trained to believe that the only way that we can make change in our lives is through hard work and struggle and effort. And this is what I compare to the first gear, the waking state, because the only place that you can make changes through doing and struggle and effort is in the waking state. I'm going to call that first gear. But what yogis would say is that we have a second, a third, and actually even a fourth gear available to us. The second being the dream state, the third being the deep sleep state, and the fourth being that which transcends all of them. So let's go with the fourth state. We'll talk about that another time. But what the yogis say is that what is required in the waking state, meaning doing an effort and struggle to make change, is required to release that in the dream and deep sleep states. In other words, if you want to create change through dream and deep sleep states, that which worked in the waking state has to be released in order to access the kind of transformation that's available through subtle dream states and subtle deep sleep states. So this is what we call non-doing, and think of it as floating. Non-doing is more of a release of doing. It's a release of effort and struggle to make anything happen. Think of floating. Floating happens because of a subtraction of doing. And the less that you do, the more that it happens. So if you want to access gear number 2 or gear number 3 to create change that doesn't happen from your hard work and your doing, but to create change from the dream and deep sleep states, you need to let go of the effort and the struggle and the striving. And this is exactly what Yoga Nidra is designed to do. It helps you consciously enter these dream and deep sleep states where that which feels dense and difficult and takes time to change in the waking state is actually quite malleable and easy to change in gear 2 and 3. So here's my question for you. What if all along our whole lives we actually had 3 gears and we were only ever using 1? Well, maybe that's what we've been doing without the practice of Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra is a great way for you to learn how to create change outside of that struggle, outside of that hard work, so that you're not just using gear number 1, you're also using gear 2 and 3.